The Vancouver Canucks are playing hockey today against the Seattle Kraken. Oh boy, it's preseason hockey tonight, folks, at 5 p.m. PST in Seattle. Now, the thing is, I think the game is going to be available to watch on Canucks.com, something like that. Yeah, there's going to be accessibility for all of us on the internet to be able to watch the Vancouver Canucks in their first preseason game. This does not count in the same way that the Prospects Showcase did. A lot of folks were keeping their eyes out on very particular top prospects in the Canucks organization and were disappointed when they didn't show off well. But now, we have ourselves what is going to be the puck drop in Seattle. Watch things going down on Canucks.com. There were some roster moves the Vancouver Canucks made today, and we have ourselves the rosters. So let's dive into all of that here and more. Now, things actually opened up on Sunday, last day of training camp, South Okanagan Event Center here. They had a 9:30 a.m. practice with Group C and then a Group B on-ice practice in the main rink. This is quite interesting because it represents just sort of the change. Obviously, the South Okanagan Event Center is quite a ways away. It's not like nearby, and it's even further away from Seattle, where the Vancouver Canucks hockey game is going to be played. This is why you think about the difference in players. The Canucks posted a bunch of graphics as to who's going to be available. The game group guys versus the Group B and the Group C. The players who are sticking around to practice around in the Okanagan Event Center, you have Besser, Garland, McKeeshern, Elias Pettersson, Ulrichsen, Ratu, Sasson, Riley, Patterson, DeBrusque, Kane, Kravtsov, Carlson, Arnson, Hronik, Forbort, Marcus Pettersson, Quinn Hughes, Myers, Kudryavtsev, Nizov, Patera, Demko, and Medvedev. Not to mention the Group C, which features even more names that a lot of us Vancouver Canucks fans might not actually see in much action this year. Chase Wooters, Gabe Sherratt, Josh Bloom, Jackson Kuntz, Aku Koskenvuo, a bunch of these guys. Meanwhile, the game group, who will actually play off against Seattle, features this roster: Danila Klimovich, Arshdeep Bains, Joe Labate, Drew O'Connor, Niels Hoglander, Jonathan Lekaramaki, Kiefer Sherwood, Teddy Bluger, Chase Stillman, Philip Hedl, Braden Coots, Niels Alman. Then on D, you've got Tom Villander, Pierre-Olivier Joseph, Elias Pettersson, Sonner Minio, Jimmy Schultz, Parker Alkos, and Victor Mancini. Not to mention Nikita Tolopilo and Ty Young in net. It's interesting because one of the top replies is like, hey, where's Kevin Lankinen? He isn't on any of these lists. And Jeff Patterson then replied saying, oh, Lankinen's on baby watch here. So quite interesting that the group going to Seattle that's going to play off in the game, the most experienced NHL player here, Teddy Bluger? It's Bluger, Sherwood, and I guess you can say Pierre-Olivier Joseph. I mean, okay, Philip Hedl is in there too. Hoglander, Drew O'Connor, there are a bunch of names, but like, who's the best player on this game group list? I mean, I don't really have an idea. Is it Hoglander? Is it Sherwood? Vancouver is really sending this group of guys down south into Seattle to play a hockey game, mostly because I think with the preseason being a little bit shortened and literally Canucks practice still going on today, there is a little bit more of an incentive for Vancouver to just say, all right, well, we need to give a roster to the Seattle Kraken. We'll just give a whole bunch of young guys and some other guys that happen to be pretty good, but they're not the best, so yeah, here, you get Sherwood and Bluger. We'll keep Hughes and Hronik and Pettersson and Besser and DeBrusque and everybody who's like one of the top line guys in Vancouver, Demko included. We'll keep all these guys in the Okanagan. Y'all can get Sherwood and Bluger. You can get the middle and bottom six guys, and then some prospects in there too, which, look, let's be real here. The prospects are the ones who are going to benefit the most and who are probably going to play the best when it comes to these preseason games. For me personally, I think the most exciting name to pay attention to, it's probably Braden Coots. I'm so intrigued as to what he's going to be capable of doing when you consider just how strong he played in the prospect showcase game as well as in the scrimmage. Now, scrimmages mean nothing in the grand scheme of things, but they allow you to just keep your eyes on guys, and momentum can carry a lot of weight heading into the next few weeks over here. Brady Coots was playing so well in the scrimmage and performing so well in the practices that a lot of folks were saying, yeah, this guy can probably get a 9-game sample on the Vancouver Canucks, which is quite interesting when you acknowledge that Vancouver, they're trying to be competitive. They want to be in a playoff position. They have a whole bunch of guys that are trying to fight for spots. Do you have the luxury of giving 9 games to Brady Coots and taking away some of that development time and progression time for anybody else? Can Coots actually earn his way onto the team? And is he going to be good enough to stick around past 9 games and burn that first year of his ELC? Preseason hockey is where that all begins, and I'm not going to say that he's the only guy that has that opportunity. I mean, Archdeep Baines is playing today. Lekkerimäki's playing today. All of these guys are going to be given opportunities. Lekkerimäki especially, that guy is going to be given every opportunity to make the team. If it's up to the Vancouver Canucks, they would want Lekkerimäki to be good enough to pot in, let's say, 15 to 20 goals in his first NHL season and play a consistent middle 6 role, maybe even a bottom 6 role with some power play time. If these guys show off well, that is the best case scenario for everybody. Go get your paycheck, go get that NHL money, don't get AHL money or ELC, WHL sent down to the junior league type of money. Get NHL money and prove that you're good enough. It all starts here later tonight against the Seattle Kraken. Same thing could be talked about on D. It's really interesting that the Vancouver Canucks have Willander, Joseph, Elias Pettersson, and Victor Mancini all playing today because essentially this is a battle for the last 2 spots on the roster. You got Derek Forbort, who isn't playing today, but he also is in that mix of guys because the top 4 defense in Vancouver, it's pretty solid right now. Hughes, Hronek, Marcus Pettersson, Myers. You've got 2 spots left, 3 really if you wanted to talk about 7th D, and maybe 5 guys who are all willing to play in that position. Tom Willander, Joseph, Elias Pettersson, Victor Mancini, and Derek Forbort all kind of are in that bubble, so it really depends on where things go in these preseason games. Who gets the boot to Abby? Now, speaking about Abby, we do have ourselves some Vancouver Canucks roster moves that were executed today. This was from about, an hour ago, but 2025 training camp roster updates. The following players have been assigned to the AHL's Abbotsford Canucks. Josh Bloom. The following players have been released from their PTOs and will report to the Abbotsford Canucks. You've got Jackson Kuntz, Cooper Walker, and Dino Cambietz. I don't understand the difference. I think Josh Bloom just happens to have a contract, which is why they say it in that way. The following players have been assigned to their respective junior teams. You've got Gabe Sherratt, Riley Patterson, Medvedev, and Kieran Dervin. And then the following player has been released from his ATO and will report to his respective junior team. It's Zach Sandhu, which essentially means the Canucks are not going to keep him around. So these guys, of course, they're the first of many players that will inevitably see movement in the upcoming days as the Vancouver Canucks decide who's sticking around, who is not. We'll probably see more of these moves made tomorrow, I guess, but for now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Vancouver Canucks heading into today's preseason game against Seattle. This is a really big opportunity for the 4 defensemen back there, as well as Coots, Lekkerimäki, and Baines. Show off well, and you could earn yourself another day. It's like Fear Factor over here. Somebody call Joe Rogan. If you enjoyed this video at any point, please feel free to hit the like button or the dislike button if you didn't like it. That also helps us out here too. Comments are greatly appreciated. Let's get the conversation going about the Canucks. Of course, we'll be back here with the post-game video, Vancouver versus Seattle at 5 p.m. PST. I hope you enjoyed this video. 9 and bye.